Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking to throw, it's Calandria, using the quick game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. You're not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for space, it's Sherrod. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Broncos are learning about life after Ashton Genty last year with the sensational season, got close to Barry Sanders' single-season rushing yards record. When you change things, how much of an impact could that have on the way they distribute the ball, David?
I mean, they're going to have to find their go-to guys, but here's the thing. You know it's going to be a really good system. And having Mad Dog back at quarterback, a guy that you know you can trust how to distribute the football, knows the plays, a lot of experience back on the offensive line. There's a lot of others that were still here for that playoff run.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Looking for a man, it's Madsen. Under fire. Got his man. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback in throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing. And I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. Bumps his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Off play action on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. It was quite a start for Spencer Danielson in his first full season as head coach at Boise State. 12 wins and a trip to the college football playoff.
And you could see him growing as a coach, and man, the players loved him. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty is gone from that dynamite team, but a lot of pieces back in place. I feel like this is a team, Jesse, that we're going to see in this spot a lot more.
Yeah, I agree, David. I think there's a lot of people out there that just think it was all Ashton Jeanty, but you're right. They have a lot of NFL talent returning at other spots, so I still expect this team to be successful.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it on the option. Powers through the defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Sherrod. Makes a man miss. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Finds his man down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
2nd down, he'll throw it. The throw. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Quickly to the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Power football with the run. Turning it on. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Catch in the middle. It's Irvin. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. UNLV is coming off its best two-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Reese. Dan Mullen. Like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were one game away from going to the college football playoff. That's how good they were.
Got enough space, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. From the shotgun, the inside give. Nice move to keep running. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. It's Bradley. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
And the Rebels are on the move. Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. He's got his man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. Third down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the first down.
And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Broncos will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That's a first down for the offense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in on the right. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. UNLV is coming off its best 2-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Reese. Dan Mullen. Like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were 1 game away from going to the college football playoff. That's how good they were.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man, 3rd down and long situations, nobody has him. Look at that. Runs the option to perfection, keeps the football, and gets the first down.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going with the counter play here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Grab near the sticks, it's Marshall. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Punch it out of the air.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Broncos are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sherrod. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea of trying to get this guy the ball in space. He's really, really dangerous, but that's just a better job tackling on defense for no gain.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Punt is on its way. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Punt is on its way. He's got it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll try to get the corner here on the jet sweep. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Hands it off on the counter. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on the previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Here's a heat. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well,
there he goes! Its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rebels offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. He's got him. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. UNLV is coming off its best two-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Reese. Dan Mullen. Like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were one game away from going to the college football playoff. That's how good they were. A lot of experience, a lot of good moments in a building program.
And he's a really good mind on offense, no question about it. Very, very creative. So you expect that to continue at UNLV. And if that offense can do their thing, maybe this is a team that takes that next step.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Irvin. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense, you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Gums. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Gums. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Got it in the middle, it's Bradley. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
A first down run on the doorstep. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When an offense starts to get inside the 5, defensively, I get more and more aggressive. I get closer and closer to my guy. I got to understand that ball comes out. It's tight windows. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
on to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Plucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room at the 40. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Broncos come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground, he's got it again.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Broncos in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. It was quite a start for Spencer Danielson in his first full season as head coach at Boise State. 12 wins and a trip to the college football playoff.
And you could see him growing as a coach, and man, the players loved him. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty is gone from that dynamite team, but a lot of pieces back in place. I feel like this is a team, Jesse, that we're going to see in this spot a lot more.
Yeah, I agree, David. I think there's a lot of people out there that just think it was all Ashton Jeanty, but you're right. They have a lot of NFL talent returning at other spots, so I still expect this team to be successful.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Madsen. Using the quick game. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
The Broncos are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
And the Broncos will have it first and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And the Broncos trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Trying play action. Looking for the score. Touchdown Broncos. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, football right behind those guys and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch and catch.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. Gets it to the back. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. UNLV is coming off its best 2-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Reese. Dan Mullen. Like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were one game away from going to the college football playoff. That's how good they were. A lot of experience, a lot of good moments, and a building program.
Makes the catch down the right side. Wide open space. Touchdown, UNLV. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Madsen. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying to get the corner. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The Broncos will punt this one away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. To the air, it's Calandria. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for space, it's Thomas. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Now facing a third and long. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Bringing the heat. Makes his man miss. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gums. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
of 11.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He leaves it with his back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The extra point here would tie the game.
For the extra point.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
Sets to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Looking for a man. It's Madsen. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
At the 23-yard line. Second down.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Sherrod. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
He's tackled at the 38-yard line. Second down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick completion on the out route. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Broncos are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He'll run it again. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Broncos will have it 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, you know, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job. Stopped the play for no gain.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the offense only needs a field goal to take the lead. They've got great field position, but it's 4th and short on the plus side of the field. And as a head coach, you got to start thinking, do we go for it? Do we stay on the field? Do we get some more yards, make the field goal even easier? Let's find out.
Never a doubt. And they go back on top.
Big time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or 2 more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Power football with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bradley. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
2nd down coming up. Now the play fake. He's got him. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He's got it on the move. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up.
Well, he didn't hit it as well as he would have liked, but he had some good fortune. After hitting the upright, it goes in, and his team is now tied at late.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And the Broncos looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Wants to throw. It's Madsen. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown Broncos! They take the lead here in overtime. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
3rd down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. To the air, it's Calandria. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
One more stop by this defense wins it. 4th and long in overtime. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got it. Touchdown, UNLV. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And they tacked on the extra point. We play on 1st down here in the 2nd overtime period. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Now to keep this overtime drive going on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Gets it out quickly. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
Yeah, he gets the 1st down, and I tell you what, these are the guys you like to go to. Throw those big-body tight ends with the sure mitts over the middle of the field where you know you can get a high percentage throw. Nice catch, nice 1st down.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bradley. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Complete on third down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The short hands, it's Wagner. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties that make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Gonna run it. It's Sherrod. Got some room, headed to the goal line. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.